Yes, I realize this bow tie and shirt do not match, and I also realize that my last two videos were uploaded in the wrong order, but wibbly wobbly, timey wimey, I don't know how to do timing properly. Taco Bell.
No. Have fun, alright.
Fantastic. This is my childhood lunch. Sorry, Taco Bell. One good place. Taco Bell. Hey, it's Bowtie, and today's video is a bit different because I haven't really recorded a proper vlog recently. Only bits and pieces of events that I've gone to or things that I've done, which is why you guys should follow me on my Snapchat and Instagram, which is where I post all my stuff when I don't upload it to YouTube. Snapchat at BowtiesBoy, Instagram at Bowtie_is_cool11. So I guess I'll just start in the order that things kind of happened in. So I went to my first rave with an old friend at the end of September. I had a great time listening to all the artists that I have never heard before. Of course I barely ate that day, so my stomach was kind of upset with me. But it was a new experience, and I always like trying new things in life. Whether or not I'll enjoy it is a whole different story. By the way, the rave that I went to was called Gold Rush, and literally nobody knew what they were doing there. We got there at like 2 o'clock, mind you, and it was supposed to quote-unquote start at 3. But then as people started flowing in, you know, outside the event, of course, because they wouldn't allow us in until, what, they kept saying 3, but then they said 4, but then yeah, it was just so much miscommunication for staff. I mean, the actual people that are in charge of the event didn't know anything that was happening or when anything was or where anything was, and I'm like, hello, excuse me, because...
Bro, we've been literally waiting out here for like hours, and I hate this shit. Like, they lied to us twice. No, more than twice. This place is just full of miscommunication.
Because we saw a few people, but like they might have been people who actually worked at the event. I'm like, well, how are we supposed to get inside? If they won't let us in, there's no gates. I'm like, what the heck? We started talking to people and they were like, oh yeah, it should open like 3 or something. And I'm like, oh, 3 o'clock comes around and it's still not open. And I'm like, boy, if I have to wait out here for another hour, I'm like, oh. So we finally get inside the event and
Fish open! Finally!
the friend who brought me along, literally because I was the only person he knew that liked that genre of music, and I'm like, dude, okay, I've never been to a rave before, let's do it. Because he had won the tickets on the radio, and I'm like, dude, that's impressive. I've never won anything on the radio, but then again, I've never really called. Can't really win something if you don't enter to begin with. They didn't give us the VIP wristbands at first, and they're like, oh, I didn't realize they were VIP. I'm sorry, and then literally it took like way too long for them to actually fix it. I'm like, oh my gosh. First, they miscommunicated the actual opening time of the event. Secondly, they don't even know how to like do proper admittance. Like, are you kidding me? And it gets better! Because my friend hadn't brought their ID with them for some reason. I don't know, like you should always have your ID on you, just saying. They wouldn't let him in. I'm like, boy, what? What? You're the one who got me in here. Like, why? I'm not gonna like continue on without you because like I don't want to be here alone. So we were trying to figure out what to do. I'm like, could you like call your ride and like maybe ask them to give you your ID or something? And then they're like, blah blah blah. Anyway, long story short, like super long story short, he logs into Facebook on my phone because his phone doesn't have service, and I'm like, okay. And then they allow that. I'm like, dude, he could have literally used like a fake Facebook profile, but okay, whatever. He got in. Okay, that's. So we finally get into the event, and you know, we're having a good time.
We are very important people, finally got in, like, oh, grammar, right, okay. Bowtie the grammar guy. Forget sometimes, mainly all the time, but we're finally here, and I'm f***ing dead. Like, this is...
You just got here and you're already dying.
Yeah, it's because it's been a frustrating experience.
Of course, everything is very expensive, and I'm like, I'm really hungry though. Eventually, after we start like walking around and stuff. I wasn't immediately hungry then, but like after waiting and walking back and forth and standing in the heat, yeah, I kind of got hungry. Anyway, we started listening to some bands, and I'm like, dude, this is awesome. But to get an entire pizza, $50! Are you kidding me? For a pizza? I will wait to go home hungry and then just gorge out on Taco Bell. Well, I didn't write it in my journal, so I don't think I had Taco Bell that night. All I ate that I remember was a hot dog wrapped in bacon, which was okay, but like, it was a really tiny hot dog and I was really hungry, so it didn't help, it just made me hungrier, and I was like, this sucks. And since, you know, we were VIP, and I'm like, okay, what does that entail and stuff, trying to figure out like where to go. Because there was a VIP lounge area, so I was like, ooh, we should try finding that. So we literally like had to walk around, couldn't figure it out. We walked into a place where we thought it was. This was like way later into the night, you know. They don't know what they're doing here, so we have to figure it out as we go along, and then they're still confused, and we're confused because it's our first time going to an event like this, and I'm like, You don't know? I don't know. What are we supposed to do? Like VIP and LEDs? Anyway, they kept saying like, no, this is for a certain type of VIP, like VIP Platinum or whatever. So we leave the lounge and try asking people, yo, do you know where the real VIP lounge is? Still to this day, I don't understand how everything worked, and I'm like, whatever. At that point, once we had left, I was just like, I'm done. I'm done. I don't care anymore. I don't. Whatever. We got these tickets for free, so it's fine. You won them on the radio. Like we don't need VIP. Whatever. I'm good with just listening to cool music, learning about new artists. But anyway, we eventually find like, I don't even know what they were. They seemed to know what they were doing or how to help us. And then they had told us, oh yeah, they've been saying no to a bunch of people. But yeah, that's the VIP lounge. I'm like, okay. So at this point I'm like, ooh, someone's about to get beat. Well, not physically, but you know what I mean. So they're walking along, they're like, yeah, come on, it's fine. You're in the right place. You were in the right place. I'm like, okay, that's good to know. Thanks. So anyway, at that point I'm like, I kind of don't want to like bother them anymore because like, it was just bad. So anyway, long story short, I'm just gonna cut to the chase. We weren't able to eat there, but we were able to like just chill and relax in the AC because it was hot. Let me just tell you, we were getting like, we need some AC. So yeah, we just sat there talking about like philosophy and string theory, etc., you know, all that. But yeah, that was the end of the night pretty much. 9-10ish is when we finally like left the event, and I'm like, I don't even want to stay anymore, like, it's just kind of been disappointing. But it was fun. However, I didn't go the second day because it was a 2-day event, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do it again, I'm sorry, but like, we won them for free. If I would have paid for this, yes, I probably would have gone, but you got them for free, not me again, no. So I didn't go the next day. And that's the story of my first rave.
Far, damn, this phone is great. Galaxy Samsung S9 Plus. Hashtag not sponsored.
Now moving on to a few days later, you know, National Taco Day, etc., etc. I made a video about that. Granted, it wasn't that good of a video because I kind of just threw it together in one day and uploaded it that same day. That's what happens when I make a video in one day. It just doesn't come out the way I want it to. But then again, none of my videos come out the way I want them to. But that's just because I'm not skilled enough yet to make my own videos professional. I smell a promotion coming on.
If you haven't had the pleasure to check out my Patreon, now is the perfect time to do so. If you like my videos and can support me a little extra by donating $1 or more a month, that would be fan-frickin-tastic. You can get special rewards if you choose to donate, like watching bloopers, being featured in one of my videos, or choosing what video I do next. If you can't, however, you're still able to get all the normal content, like usual, and be just as cool. But let's get back on into the video.
Oh, and that brings me to my Taco Bell bike, which wasn't in my last video, because it hadn't arrived at the time. But it is behind me right now. See, there it is in all its beauty. And here's a clip of me being a dork riding my Taco Bell bike. Hi, howdy, hey. Oof, oof. honestly, this bike is so fun to ride. Like, it's so much better than my old form of transportation, aka walking or riding my scooter, which I've had for like years, so it's kind of old, rusty, and crusty, but it's fashionable, stylish, and it gets me around where I need to be. By the way, guess who might get their license sooner than I originally planned on doing? AKA never, but like, yeah, I actually might get it within this year. Maybe even the next couple months. If I actually do something about it now, like, starting today. What's the date today? Monday, October 15th. Yeah, this video is probably gonna come out by the time like Halloween. That reminds me, my next video idea I have in mind, I literally have had it in mind since I hung out with my metaphorical sister this month actually, when we went to Michael's. Perfect segue, because look at these pictures. Yeah, we were trying to do the hashtag Michael's challenge, where you basically take pictures in front of the flowers and stuff they have there to make it look like you're in nature, I guess. Which I think we did semi-decently, but like, when I like typed in the hashtag on Instagram, I'm like, oh, probably taken with a professional camera. I mean, granted, my phone camera's superb when it comes to taking pictures. It's just I haven't had years of experience with photography, and that is proven through my pictures that I've taken with my camera. That, and I don't edit my pictures unless I just slap a filter on there and hope for the best. I don't actually like fine tune it and color correct it and all that stuff. A lot of them were much better, and I'm like, doesn't really matter? No, because we had fun. Which also reminds me, I got 2 new Pops in my collection if you've noticed. So I got Percival Graves and Serafina Pickery. Pickery? I don't know, Pickery. I think it's Pickery. Anyway, yes, Fantastic Beasts characters. Right alongside Tina Goldstein, Doctor Strange, not a Fantastic Beasts character, but oh well. And then, you know, Queenie and Jacob on the bottom. The Pops that I want to get, aka the popular ones that I can't find anywhere, like Newt Scamander with either the egg or the briefcase, etc., or the 11th Doctor, or the 10th Doctor, specifically the 11th though, because like, he's who I based my channel off of, like, hello. But yeah, so we had a great time taking pictures, laughing, eating Senor Taco because I love me some Mexican food so much. Comment down below, what's your favorite style of food? I've been hanging out with Hannah quite a lot this month, which is fun. I like hanging out with my sister. She's not my biological sister, as I've mentioned. She's my metaphorical sister. I have 2 of those. Let me know down in the comments. Do you guys have friends that you treat as family? Oh, and that reminds me, I hung out with her yesterday, so that's the 14th of October, and I got new crystals, because I had bought an electroplated geode when I bought my Pops. Same day that I hung out with Hannah at Michael's. I bought them at Hannah, which is also where I bought these beautiful, nice stickers for my ukulele. I love them. It exemplifies its beauty. Amplifies? Exemplifies? Same difference, right? And I also watched The Night School, which was a pretty good movie with Kevin Hart in it. I thought it was going to be a little bit funnier, but it was okay. It was good for a Kevin Hart movie. And then at the end of that day, Hannah just decided to take my phone and take a few selfies. I'm like, you know what? Boom bam, here we go again with the pictures. I've also watched Hocus Pocus, which is like my favorite Halloween movie ever. And that was basically all the moments that led up to me being here right now today. But that's all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, then you can let me know by giving this video a like, share this video with your friends, and let me know what you thought about this different style of vlogging. But you can subscribe by clicking here, check out my latest video by clicking there. My social medias are over there, and here's a playlist of all the videos on this channel. I mentioned earlier that you can support me on Patreon. You don't have to, it's not mandatory, but all the extra support is appreciated. But that's all, so have a fan-freaking-tastic day, and stay cool, companions.
So this dude came up to me and he's just like, dude, you're looking dapper. And I'm like, oh, thanks. And he's like, dude, I'm straight, but like, heck, I'd take you out on a date. I'm like, okay, I mean, mood.